Here are some of the reporting tools that are part of Inventory Management Premium feature. I have a small wine business. We buy wine from boutique wineries, we bundle them up and sell them to bottle shops. This morning, one of my customers rang me up requesting 15 bottles of my best Chardonnay and 15 bottles of Pinot Noir, so I'll use one of my inventory reports to see if I can fulfill that request. I'm going to navigate to Reporting. Here there's a new Inventory submenu that houses all the different inventory reports. We also have the option to group our best loved reports under Favorites. Just click the star, and this adds the report to your favorites. But the report I'm going to focus on first is this Stock on Hand report. The Stock on Hand report shows me all the items that I track, the quantity on hand for those, as well as whether I've committed them in sales or have raised purchase orders for them. To my dismay, I see that I don't have enough stock to meet the request. Now this, as a small business, is my worst nightmare. I've essentially had a stock out, I don't have enough stock, and that means that I'm going to lose this sale. If this kind of situation keeps on, I might ultimately lose my customer forever. They might take their business elsewhere. This all because managing my inventory by keeping the details in my head or guessing is incredibly unreliable. Let's see how I can use the inventory management reports to remove that guesswork. To do that, I'm going to use a different report. I'm going over to the item sales analysis. This report shows me all my tracked items, giving a high overview of the sales for those items. For example, here I can see that Chardonnay is more popular than Pinot Noir. But importantly, I can see that in this month I've sold 100 bottles of Chardonnay. Now, if I take that number 100 into consideration, along with the fact that my supplier, the white winery, can deliver every 2 weeks, I might decide to set my default reorder quantity for Chardonnay at 50 bottles. So let's do that. I'll drill into the Chardonnay item ID, come down here to the bottom where I've got restocking information, and then here I've got the default reorder quantity. So I'm going to put my 50 there. I can also see that I have a primary supplier. It's already been set, white winery, and next I'm going to put in my minimum stock level alert, and that's at 20. So when I only have 20 bottles left, that's when I need to restock. And now I'm just going to save that. Now that I've given a little bit more detail to MYOB Business, we can use it to finally automate the procurement needs for my small business. Finally, I'll navigate to Inventory, and from the drop-down list, I'll use this Reorder Report. The Reorder Report lists all the items that are currently below that indicated stock level. And with a simple click, it will create purchase orders for all my below-level items from all my suppliers. So let's see how that worked. I'm going to Purchases. I'm going to look at the purchase orders that have been raised. And here I have 2. I'm just going to open the first one, White Winery. So I open that. Now the purchase order has been automatically populated. It's been pre-filled with all the necessary supplies and with the default supplier and reorder quantities from the item's restocking information. It's grouped the Chardonnay and the Riesling together as coming from the same primary supplier, White Winery. Then it produced a single purchase order. So here, if I look down the bottom, from here you can convert it to a bill, you can edit it any way you want it, or you can just email it to the supplier. Right, looking good. Imagine if I had 1,000 items, it would just have automated it all.